Hey, what's up, my Ninja Warriors? This is Ninja Warrior 21 here, bringing you guys a Pokemon or AS showdown or AS Wi-Fi battle. So I'm gonna be using an OU team here. My opponent's also be using an OU team. This is actually the first time that I'm using this recording software, which means that something might go wrong. I don't know. Although I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward. Because my other one that I was using before wasn't working for some reason. I don't know what happened, but the one I was using before didn't just suddenly stop not working for some reason. But honestly, I have no idea what happened. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start the battle. So I'm gonna be battling a guy named Yeti. So his YouTube is Mr. Yeti, although you can't really find his YouTube when you search it up. Either ways, I found him on Pokemon Showdown, and I'm like, he's asking for an NU battle, but I'm like, let's do an OU battle, and apparently the NU battle wasn't working, so we decided to do an OU battle. So I'm gonna have my Linder Therian. He's gonna have his Glass Sword, so he's gonna predict the HP Ice and switch out to just Polion. As I'm just gonna go for the U-turn here. As I'm gonna go ahead and get a nice and powerful U-turn. As I actually get a crit, which doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and U-turn out into the Scissor here. As I'm gonna go for superpower here, I'm gonna go for superpower as he does go into the Glide score. So basically, I'm gonna get off a nice and useless superpower, which basically is 0. Yeah, that was a toy spin superpower, and I'm out of it too. Like, what is that? This is called, so they call it 0, because that did literally 0. Like, oh my god. So yeah, I'm gonna switch out my Scissor. Go into my Sableye, as he's gonna actually go. He's actually gonna switch out into he's actually gonna switch out into a Scissor. I don't know why, but he switched out into Scissor. Probably just because he wanted his Scissor to kill my Scissor. I have no idea. Either way, I'm gonna wanna my Sableye as he goes into Glass score. So I'm gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve my Sableye. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Combine. I mean, I go for Will-O-Wisp. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp, actually. Never mind. I'm gonna step ahead of the battle, actually. Because I go for Will-O-Wisp. And I'm actually gonna Combine the following turn. Just so I can increase my special attack and my special defense. Since both those things are going to be huge during this battle. So yeah, basically I'm gonna get up a Combine here. As he's gonna restore his AP with the Poison Heal. So basically, he's gonna go into the Fable. I'm gonna go ahead and fire up a Dark Pulse. As that Dark Pulse is gonna do 0. That Dark Pulse is literally 0. Although I guess it is a Fable, so I should have expected it to do 0. Oh, just by that Dark Pulse damage, I'm thinking it might be Magic Guard. Although I guess it could be Unaware. Either way, I'm gonna go into Talonflame, and I'm gonna go ahead. It's just going for Flamethrower. It's a good thing I did not switch into Scissor there, even though there's really no reason for me to do that. Either way, I'm just gonna go for Flare Blitz here with my Talonflame, as basically my opponent doesn't really have any good switch-ins except for Glass Sword, because Glass Sword is really his only good switch-in to Talonflame at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire off a choice banded Flare Blitz, as I'm actually gonna get a critical hit, which allows this Glass Sword to get down really low. But after the Poison Heal damage, I figured that another Flare Blitz will probably not kill him. So I'm gonna switch out, go into my Sableye, just in case he goes to Toxic or something. As he does go for that Toxic, which is nice, because I'm gonna Magic Bounce that Toxic, that Poison Heal back. So yeah, I'm actually gonna switch out my Sableye, and I'm gonna go into my Scissor here, as my opponent's gonna end up going for the Roost here. So I was kind of expecting my opponent to go for Roost, but then I'm like, wait a sec, what the heck is going on? So I'm gonna make a terrible play here. I'm actually gonna say it in Superpower. Now what I should have done here is I should have just switched out back into Mega Sableye or something. And I'm actually gonna let my Scissor take 1,000,000,000% for no reason at all. If my Scissor take 1,000,000,000,000% for absolutely no reason at all. So yeah, but that play was not really good at all for me. As I'm just gonna go into my Ferrothorn here. She's gonna go for Toxic here, which is good because it's not gonna affect me. As what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna predict him to go into Magnet Zone here. So I'm gonna go into my boy Landorus. As I'm gonna, yeah, I do get that prediction correct. As he probably just wanted to trap me. He probably just wanted to trap me and go for HP Fire. So I'm gonna go to my Landorus Therian. Now here is where I kind of will predict, but not really. I just go for U-turn. I go for U-turn expecting him to switch out. As Yeti stays in here. As I'm like, okay, so he's, at this point I'm like, okay, he's probably gonna flash can here. And he probably just stayed in, predicting me to U-turn. So he got that prediction right. Is I'm gonna go into my Ferrothorn. As he goes for flash cannon. As judging by the flash cannon damage, I figured that his Magnet Zone is indeed choice specs, which is good to know. So yeah, I'm just gonna fire off a Leaf Seed here. As I will be able to get some seeds onto his Magnet Zone. As we are now in turn 16, and there are 33 turns in this battle, so we're almost like halfway there. So yeah, I'm gonna fire off some seeds onto this Ferrothorn here. As his Glide Score is now seeded. Ah, that's nice and powerful. Don't you just love it when your opponent's Magnet Zones are seeded? So now his Glide Score is least seeded. As basically, his Glide Score is going to take some least seed damage here. As so he's actually going to switch out his Glide Score. He's going to go back into Magnet Zone. As I'm pretty sure I'm actually going to Azumarill here. Because I did not predict him to go into Magnet Zone. Although I did not want to stay in. As he got me there. So I'm gonna switch out my Azumarill. As I'm actually gonna predict him to go for either Thunderbolt or Volt Switch or HP Fire, predicting me to actually predicting me to go into Ferrothorn to take the Fire Team move. He does go for Volt Switch, so I do completely predict him here. As I go for Earthquake. Now I should have done here. What I should have done here, I should have gone for U-turn. But I forced go for the Earthquake as he goes into Lottie. I should have already did that. So he goes in his boy Latios. And I'm gonna go into my Azumarill. As he's gonna Mega Evolve. And like, oh my god, this man's pretty Mega Latios. I thought it was Mega Scizor. Like, what is this? So it's actually Mega Lottie. So he drops a Draco in my face. As I'm immune to that because I'm a fairy. That's why Azumarill's so good now. Don't we all have Azumarill? So either way, I'm going for Play Rough. As I'm asking, this player is actually going to do 1,000,000,000%. Like, that was just a hit. That's at 1,000,000,000%. Like, oh my, so he's going to run Stealth Rocks here. Now, what I should have done here is I should have gone into the Sableye here. Although I am able to take out his opponent with the Super Power, which is good. Because there goes his only Talonflames, his only flying resist from Talonflame. But now my Talonflame has to worry about Stealth Rocks. And since I'm Choice Banded Talonflame, I do not have Roost on it, which is really bad. So he's going to go into Magnet Zone here. As I'm now going to go ahead, and I'm actually just going to go ahead, switch out into my Ferrothorn. Expecting him to go for Flash Cannon again. As I'm actually going to get that right. I'm about to predict my man right here. He actually does go for Flash Cannon. As I'm actually going to go for Stealth Rocks here. Since I kind of want to just get even with him. Because right now, he has Stealth Rocks to my side of the field. And I do not have Stealth Rocks to my side of the field. And I kind of want to get my Stealth Rocks the heck out of here. So he's going to go to Scizor. So I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks here. Now here, I was like, okay, Scizor is probably Choice Banded. Although it might be SD. So hopefully it's not SD. Hopefully it's not SD Scizor. Because could be really threatening. So I'm assuming it's Choice Banded. As I just go for Protect here. As he goes for Bug Bite here. So now what happens here is I'm actually going to go into Landorus here. Just so that I can take the Bug Bite. As he's actually going to go into his Magnet Zone here. As I'm going to go directly into my Landorus. So basically, this game is basically came down to me predicting my opponent like a lord. Making all these lord plays by destroying my opponent. So yeah, I'm going to go into my Landorus here. As I am able to get the nice Useless Intimidate off. As I'm actually going to go for the U-turn here. As I finally get a prediction right. He goes into his Gliscor. So the good thing I did not EQ there. Is I'm just going to go ahead. And I'm going to fire off a U-turn here. Which is really good. Because it allows me to get Switch Initiative here. As I'm going to go ahead. And I'm going to U-turn out into my Azumarill. As here, this is a play that decides the match, basically. So I'm actually going to Belly Drum here. Because he actually does not have anything Belly Drum Azumarill. So he's going to Protect. As I'm actually gonna slap my belly. I'm about to slap my belly because I'm hungry. Because I like slapping my belly. Oh, why does it hurt? So why does it hurt when I slap my belly? It's like when I slap my belly, it actually really hurts. I don't know why. But when a Azumarill slaps his belly, actually it kind of hurts Azumarill. Because Azumarill takes like 50%. So I'm gonna get my belly jump as I'm +4 Azumarill. So I'm gonna put that +4 Aqua Jet. As +4 Aqua Jet is gonna take out his glass for now. As he's gonna go for into a scissors. So now it comes down to this. Will the choice banded adamant scissors bullet punch be able to take out my Azumarill? So it's gonna be close here. So bullet punch is gonna come in. It's gonna hit my Azumarill. It's gonna hit really hard. Ooh, and my Azumarill is gonna live that bullet punch with 15%. As I mean 15 HP. As Aqua Jet is gonna take out his scissors. So he goes into Latios. He goes into his Mega Latios, and I'm gonna Aqua Jet here. Just to get a lot of damage onto his Latios here. As he's gonna finish me off with the Zen Headbutt, which is perfectly fine by me. As down goes my Azumarill. So now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go into Landorus Therian, and I'm just gonna go for the U-turn here. As I'm not really sure what he's gonna do here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna U-turn as he's gonna let his Latios die. As basically it is now 5v2. Like I have now taken down 4 of his Pokemon with my Azumarill combined with my Landorus Therian, and so now I go into my Talonflame, I go for Stealth Box, and basically it's over. My opponent knows he's gonna lose, so basically my opponent's gonna bring out Magzone, and then my opponent's gonna forfeit basically, because my opponent basically forfeits here, as they already know what's about to happen. They already know they're about to lose. So that's a 5-0 victory in my favor, which is nice. So anyway, guys, if you want to battle me on YouTube, make sure to go ahead and follow me on either Instagram or Twitter. Although I don't really take requests on Twitter actually. I mostly just take requests on YouTube. Yeah, because most of my battles are through YouTube. And my YouTube is the Grinch Warrior 21. So you can go ahead and follow me on YouTube. I mean not YouTube, what the heck? I'm on Instagram. So go ahead, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is the Grinch Warrior 21. So go ahead, follow me on Instagram. And you can go ahead and follow my Instagram. And what you can do is you can battle me there. So yeah, and you guys, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more Wi-Fi battles from me, go ahead and smash that like button, as I'll see you guys in the